Student, today we will start with saprotrophic. You might have seen the packet of mushrooms sold in vegetable market. You may have also seen fluffy umbrella-like patches growing in the moist soil or rotting wood during the rainy season. Let's find out what type of nutrient they need to survive and from where they get it. You have seen mushrooms. Even mushrooms curries are made, and some people eat mushrooms as a vegetable. Now, packet of mushrooms. These mushrooms are grown from decaying material. Mushrooms are grown in decaying material. So, this mode of nutrition in which organism take in the nutrients from dead and decay material is called saprotrophic nutrition. This is important point you need to underline. What is saprotrophic nutrition? One that get nutrients from dead and decay material. This is called saprotrophic nutrition. Okay. Fungi also grows on pickle and leather. You have also seen some fungi are grown. Fungi on pickles and leather cloth during the rainy season, and this spoil our things. You can also ask your parents where fungi grows in your house. Right? Now we will go for symbiosis. What is symbiosis? When two organisms are dependent on each other for shelter and for the nutrient, then it is called symbiosis. Symbiosis means living together. Very simple thing. Organisms live together and they share both shelter and nutrient. This relationship is called symbiosis. For example, certain fungi live inside the root of plant. In the root there are certain type of fungi. Now the plant provide nutrients to this fungus. Now plant will provide what? Nutrient to the fungus, and in return fungus provide water and certain nutrient to the plant. So this fungi is dependent on the plant and plant is dependent on the fungi. So this relationship shows a symbiosis between the two living organisms. Right? The fungus is dependent on the plant and plant is dependent on the fungus, because fungus have some nutrient that is required by the plant, and fungus cannot make food by itself. So plant will provide shelter and food to the fungus. Now the last point. How nutrients are replaced in the soil. You know that farmer use soil for making crops in the field. By using too much of soil, the nutrient in the soil get deficient. Especially the nitrogen, the phosphorus and the potassium are not there in the soil. So what farmer will do? Farmer will add the fertilizer in the field. So by adding the fertilizer in the soil will get back the original thing that is required for the growth of the plant. So to enrich the soil, to make the soil rich, the farmer will add fertilizers in the field. In this fertilizer, the fertilizers mainly contains of nitrogen, potassium and phosphorus, because this is requirement for the growth of the plant. Now usually crops observes a lot of nitrogen. You know that crop will observe what? Lot of nitrogen, and soil become deficient in the nitrogen. With the soil use large amount of nitrogen, and there will be a time when nitrogen will be less, deficient will be less. So what they will do? To learn that nitrogen gas is available plenty in the air. We know that nitrogen gas is available in the air, but plant cannot take this nitrogen directly. Plant cannot take this atmospheric nitrogen directly. Like the carbon dioxide, plant can take carbon dioxide from the air, but plant cannot take nitrogen from the air. So how plant will take the nitrogen? Plant take the nitrogen from a bacteria called Rhizobium. Plant will take this bacteria from a bacterium called a Rhizobium. Rhizobium takes the nitrogen from the atmosphere. Rhizobium will take what? Nitrogen from the atmosphere, and it converts into the usable form. So it will convert into the usable form. But again, Rhizobium cannot make its own food. This bacteria Rhizobium cannot make its own food. So what will happen? Plant will provide shelter and food to the Rhizobium, and Rhizobium will provide nitrogen to the plant. So this shows a symbiotic relationship between the plant and the bacteria Rhizobium. But Rhizobium cannot make its own food. So it is often live where this Rhizobium live. They often live in the root of gram, peas, moong, beans, etc. Okay, so thank you. This is the completion of your chapter number 1. I will give the PDF of the question answers. Thank you.